Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to cut these 3 thunder eggs that I got from McKenda Rock Shop down in McKenda, Illinois. I don't know any other name for it. I guess I'll have to look and see. I've not really paid much attention. I just know it's the only one within a short drive. Hey, I'm a little close. Let me back this up a tad. And this is the third one. And then I'm going to cut, I made marks on all my slabs that I got from the Rock Gem and Mineral Show. And these are tiger eye, these two. And I'm going to cut these out, the shapes. And then these 2 pieces of, I think it's Wildcat, yellow Wildcat Jasper. I think. I'm not positive. I didn't ask when I bought them. And then this is a Jasper also. And I'm going to cut all these out so that I can work on them in a future video. I don't know when it's going to be because I still got some that I still got all kinds of stuff laying over there I need to finish up on. I think I will do these today because I want to try out my new oh sure, you would have to be set on something besides zoom in, wouldn't you? My new guard. Let's just take this off of here and do this the other way. Okay, yeah, I made this out of plexiglass. I just got me a piece of plexiglass big enough to fit on this whole thing, and I cut out a circle for the, I shaped it to go down the inside because I wasn't sure. I shaped it so it would go down inside of the housing, or the work area here. And I decided I probably wasn't going to leave it in there. After I also bought a bowl, a plastic bowl, that I cut the top rim off of to use as kind of a splash guard. But I'm trying to keep all that mist from coming out and splashing my rock every time I try to look at my rock. And I had the angle iron left over from making my box for my saw. I was going to use my 8-inch flat lip in there too. I thought about using this in there, but it's just too heavy to move. This because this is cast iron or cast something on here. I don't know if it's aluminum or pot metal. But anyway, I'll probably polish those thunder eggs today on that. Let me set this back up. So I'm going to go ahead and start on these thunder eggs. And I've got the other camera set up, zoomed in so that I can. The only ridge I see separating the two, this may be just a nodule. This may be calcite. I'm not sure. It may be part of a host rock. I'm not really sure, but I can't really tell which way there is another ridge coming around this way. So, and then this looks like it might be a ridge coming through here on these sides, to tell where the fill lines are at, you know what I'm saying, the fill channels, to find out the better way to cut it. I don't know which is going to be it, but I think what I'll do is cut it down the middle this way. I may be wrong, I may be messing up, but we'll find out when I get done. Okay. Here's my water bottle. What did I do with it? There it is. Rinse a little bit in there. Let's look at this together. Oh, wow. I like that one. Rinse it off again. I didn't get all the sand off of it. Don't think I need that salt going anymore either. Oh, that's all moss agate up above. I wasn't sure if that had pits in it. All of this up here. I wasn't sure if it had pits in it or not, and it doesn't. So that's all moss agate. That's a good one. I like that one. Let me dry it off and see what the cut looks like. That's the reason why I cut this on this saw instead of the other one, because I don't know if I was going to be able to get all these. These are smaller than the last one. One of the last ones. Of the last two that I bought. Oh yeah, these are pretty good cuts. Not a whole, it's a thinner blade too. That's another reason why I did it. It's a thinner blade than the one. I got an agate cutter on my 10-inch oil saw. These do have, it looks like they do have, no, they don't have. But there are going to be some soft spots in that moss. I can see that now. Now that it's dried off. But I don't think it's going to take away from anything. This agate here is fairly clear, but it's just got so much dark around it you can't see down in it, except for right along these edges. You can see where this moss comes out a little bit that way down inside. Same on this side. You can see it right down in here and down in here. So that's that one. You go ahead and set it over here by the flat lap and I'll cut the next one. And I can see, looks like a ridge coming up and around here. Another one here and around here. There's another one coming up here. I'm not even showing you this, am I? It looks like there's two coming this way, so I think I'll cut this one lengthways too rather than short ways. Well, maybe I won't. Let's cut this one right down the middle this way and see what happens. There's only one way to learn, and at $5 a piece, I can't go wrong. But first, I got to get all these dang chips, because that host rock was real sandy and loose. And I don't need it in my way when I am running this through the saw, because I got to run it through pretty slow to keep from bending this blade and making my cut curved. Okay. Well, I had two big pieces flake off. Oh, and I wasn't. Wasn't planning on looking at that without you, but that's the way it happened. I had to check and make sure I didn't lose any, because there was a big old chunk come off here. Nope, right in here. But that was on both sides actually. Right down through here and this up here. That whole section chipped off, but it was just host rock anyway, so. But anyway, there's the agate. Doesn't have a whole lot of lines and stuff in it, but you can see some white stuff back in that clear agate. That's all fairly clear. Let me wet this down again so that you can see it a little better. But you can see this yellow thing right in there, some kind of inclusion there, and then there's these little ones here. I don't see any lines right now. Looks like there's a little bit of cloudy inclusion up in here. This side doesn't really show anything either except those white inclusions. And those may be opal or just white agate. I'm not sure, but it's still not bad. It's still a win as far as I'm concerned when you consider the first one I bought I bought it at the Gem and Mineral Show also. It was 15 bucks. It looked a lot better on the outside, but it also didn't have anything in it. What little bit of chalcedony was in there was brecciated and in pieces no bigger than that. Okay, this one here has a ridge going around this way. And then another ridge around here. I can't tell where all these ridges are at. Looks like there's a ridge comes around like this. And this ridge coming around the middle. I'm going to do it down the middle this way. Just because that side's flatter on the bottom of my saw. Let me get my little chips off of here. Yeah, see, here's a couple of those chips. Okay, I didn't look at this one. Proof is in the other camera. Oh, wow. That looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of water line up here at the top. Well, not much. So I'd say it filled this way. Pretty much got to take those and make those level, and that's how you can tell which way it was positioned when it was filling in. But that was the early part of the filling in, or the later part of the filling in. At the end, I'm not sure. It does have that quartz pocket in the center. I don't care for that, but it still looks, actually it looks pretty smooth. So it may not be a quartz pocket, it may be quartz inclusions. Or that may be white fortification lines. That may be agate. No, it's quartz. I can see it. You can tell from the way it's not shining like the rest of the rock, or like the outside edges. So it is a big quartz pocket in the center, but all in all, I'm happy. It doesn't look too bad. Do have some brown agate, it looks like. Well, there are lines in the, let's do this. Ah. Let me wet down again. There are lines in the fortifications, or fortification lines in that outer layer. They're just not a whole lot of them there, but you can see the brown up in here. I think that may be the inside wall, and that's just clear agate, but there's fortification lines and coming around the edge here. Actually, it's this edge over here. Fortification lines all through there. And actually they go all the way around. They're just a little, you can see more of them here and up in here, but in between there and there. Actually, there, and then up here going out. And right here in the middle, you can't really see too many lines right there on that. But these are, I'm glad I bought these. I figured, seeing how my luck was good, so good on the last two, I figured I'd go ahead and make another stab at it and see what I could get out of there. They're sitting on a table outside. Been sitting there, well, they take it. I don't even know if they take everything inside every night. I've never been there when they were closed. I think they probably kind of do, but I don't know. Okay, now we're going to start on these, cutting out these cab shapes. But I need to clean off my saw again. All the chips off of it. Ooh, that one might not work out. Got a fracture. Fracture right there above my finger, kind of curly. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Ha! Oh, pushed the button. Just didn't push it hard enough. Right up here, and I'm trying to get it to reflect the light. There we go. Maybe you can see it now. I'll look in the footage when I get done. can see, and that's on the back side, but I couldn't see underneath the tape on the front side that had been tore off. That's both of those. Now we'll go with this Jasper. The one I'm really worried about, because these were $15 and $17, and at least these are the ones I'm really worried about. The Tiger Eye. I hate not using all that chalcedony, but I knew if it was going to be out on the edge, it was going to be hard to keep because of that one that broke off. But I had some earlier that didn't look like it had quartz in it. Oh wow, I should have flipped this over. It's got more chalcedony on the back side. Let me pause these. I'm going to rearrange this one, because if you look, there's a lot more chalcedony back here than there is under that big circle. And I'm going to get as much of that as I can. But that's just happened to be the side I turned it to. Let me pause these. Okay, changed my mind after I got to looking at it. That piece just fell off. After I got to looking at it, I seen that there's a fracture running through that end. Actually, you can see it right there. That's why I didn't come over this way a little further, which would have been getting me quite a bit of this. But I've also got, there's like a pocket right back here. That's going to be on the bottom. And here I could switch it out, flip it over. But I think that is also, nope, that's not a fracture, that's a healed. So I could flip that over and use the back side of it. But it's not going to get me that much more. I'll just do it the way it is. Yeah, that's got all 5 of those. Those 2. That one. And those 2. And they all stayed together while I cut them. Thank goodness. Now I'm going to go with these. This one's thicker, so these can get domed a little better. I wished I could have made them I wished it was as wide as this one. There's just a little bit of difference in the width. It's from the same piece, but there's still a little bit of difference from the width. I think they came off the same piece anyway. That looked like it. But this one's thicker, so it can be more rounded. This one's not too bad, though. It's not as thin as this one. This one, I think, is just a little too thin because I can't do anything but round the edges. Can't really round the top. That's those two. Now we'll do these three. Okay, here's the last three. And that's it for the cutting video. So just in case this is the only thing on this video, I may split it up into thunder eggs and then cabbing trimming, but just in case, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment, any kind of comment, I don't care. Tips, tricks, anything like that, share. Hit the like button, I think I said that. And stay tuned for the next one. But anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.